I've been impacted by grief because I've lost 2 children. I've found healing from grief by sharing my story. There was nothing I wanted more than to be seen. Being seen helped me get through it. It helped me work through it. It was hard to get members of my family to recognize the grief that I was going through. I had gotten to know this child in the womb for months, and my family never got a chance to meet them. And so they weren't as impacted by their deaths as I was. And it's been hard. It's been hard trying to fight to get recognition for another human. A lot of the ways that the queer community honors grief, I think, centers gay men and the AIDS pandemic. I don't hear it very often in terms of children or child loss, and I definitely don't hear about other trans women who have lost children. That's not common. When my son was born, it was the first time that my sense of self extended beyond just me, that my sense of self extended to another person. I remember when I was holding him, he had already died, and a nurse came over, and I thought she was going to take him away from me, and I was ready to bite her. she saw that, she's like, nope, I'm just here to check on you and make sure everything is okay. And the loss of my son hurt because it wasn't just someone I knew died, it was a part of me died. I feel like my life was on a trajectory before I lost my children. I felt like married, got a house, gonna have kids, gonna fill that house, they're gonna grow old, go to college. There was a plan. But after they died, that plan got flipped on its head. It felt like my life took a hard turn, and suddenly I was in unfamiliar territory. People don't prepare you for being a parent of children who are no longer living. It took me a really long time to find another person that I could talk to that had gone through similar grief. I would meet people and I'd talk to them, and then I'd have to explain what it was like, and that was exhausting. And the first time that I met someone who had lost someone close to them, they knew exactly what I was saying. I didn't have to explain anything. I think that my loss has made me realize that death is just natural. It's going to happen. And grief is a natural result of loving someone. If you love someone, you will lose them. And that you have to be ready for that going into it. You have to be ready to love someone with all of your heart, even though you might lose them. And that's been made very clear through my grief. The best thing that anyone did for me after my son died was to recognize that they didn't know what to do. They went and found a friend who was experienced with grief and put us in touch, and she didn't know what to do, but she knew how to help, and that was phenomenal. I'm the queen of silver linings. Like, I can find the good in just about any terrible situation, and one of the surprising silver linings about losing a child is that anything I do from here on out will only ever be the second hardest thing I've ever done. I've done the hardest thing that I can think of. And if I was able to survive that, I can do anything.